Hey, welcome back to Wrestling Travel Presents the Lockdown Sessions. And today we are sitting here live with Doc Simmons. Doc Simmons, how are you doing today?
Doing good, brother. How you living?
Doing good, doing great. We just, how am I living? I can't go outside.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. So Doc Simmons, you are coming to us from the great state of Wisconsin.
Yes, sir.
Correct, one of my favorite states, and you're fresh out of one of the things that many of the wrestlers in Wisconsin have done to keep themselves busy or in the minds of fans, a Wisconsin wrestlers only promo tournament, promo battle.
Yeah, it was good times. Sucks I lost. But it was fun. It was fun to flex the verbal muscles.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm necessarily known for my promos, so it was good to let them know that I can talk.
Well, for me, it's a lot better than practicing in the bathroom mirror. It's kind of nice to get out. And you definitely,
that
definitely entertained.
It's good. It was definitely better than I kind of mostly sit in my car and just practice promos, sitting at a traffic light or on my lunch break or whatever. That's usually when I'm practicing promos. So it was good to have like a target in front of you instead of just whatever dream list of wrestlers you come up with to just practice against. So it was good.
Exactly. All you young guys.
I was going to say thank you, Tiny, for giving me the opportunity.
Yes, Tiny Love, the host of the promo battle. So I was going to say, you young guys got the advantage of all these Bluetooth and all this fancy equipment. So when you get stuck at a stoplight, people don't think you're crazy and just talking.
Yeah.
Nobody looks at you anymore. I saw a comic, one of those one-panel things where somebody had said, this was a couple of years ago, where all the crazy people were mad at people with Bluetooth because they were stealing their gimmick of talking. So, Doc, how long have you been in the business?
Coming up on working for 2 years.
2 years. And where did you get your training at?
I'm out of Thumper's Den, so under Frankie DeFalco and Beer City Bruiser.
Fantastic. Frankie DeFalco and I do not know each other, but I have such a Frankie DeFalco in my memories, watching him on TV and everything. So we met. Actually, we did meet one time at one show for Rebels of Wrestling. Fantastic. So 2 years in.
Yep, 2 years in. Training under them. It's been a fun start.
How many matches you got under your belt, roughly?
Somewhere between 125 and 150.
Wow, so you've been a busy 2 years for you.
Yeah, trying to stay busy. Hitting the road as much as I can. Just trying to get the name out there.
Getting the name out there. What I find too is that, especially 2 years in, you got to be, we're always learning, even if you're 20 years in, but you must be soaking up a lot of knowledge from a lot of the guys on the way.
I mean, Thumper's Den is a great place to learn, but even they'll say, hey, you learn more on the road, more doing matches, riding in cars with people, soaking up knowledge. I've been really lucky. There's a lot of good vets out here who look out for young guys. So good.
Wisconsin really is a hotbed for pro wrestling. Wisconsin, Minnesota, and stuff, which is fantastic. I think I'm obviously biased towards Wisconsin. I was really excited that they were doing a Wisconsin promo battle, and really excited that through my work with Wrestling Travel, I could get a lot of attention on the workers in Wisconsin, even though there's plenty more than
it is appreciated. We really do love and appreciate what you're doing for us, giving us another avenue.
Absolutely. And Wrestling Travel, that's not just me. The company brings fans from all over to like WWE, AEW events, but we want to, from the grassroots, want to support wrestling from the beginning to the top. Yeah. I don't want to say from the bottom to the top. Indie wrestling. is the top for me. A lot of times, describe what made you want to get into indie wrestling when you were a young doc. Was there somebody that you watched on TV, or when you first turned on pro wrestling? What gave you the bug? Gave you the itch?
I would say the match. I would say the match that made me really become a fan of pro wrestling is WrestleMania 14, Austin versus Michaels, with Mike Tyson as a referee. I have a long shoot background, so Tyson drew me over, and I think that was the match that really started the love, and it's been like that ever since. As far as indie wrestling, I moved out to Wisconsin. I think it's like 7 years now.
Okay.
And didn't really know anybody, and I had actually fallen out of watching wrestling. I had gone through phases because I had only known what's on TV, WWF and WCW. I got into ECW way too late, when it was basically done. So just I didn't have much to do, so I just started getting back into wrestling. And with the internet how it is now, it's easy to find a lot of indie stuff. So that's what started expanding my horizons. And then thought maybe this is actually something I want to do instead of just watch and be a fan of.
So what do? Do you give the Thumper Academy? You give them a call?
Email.
Email. Oh, sorry,
Frankie.
I'm old school.
Yeah. So Frankie always says he wishes he had a crystal ball to check these emails to see who's coming in. But I probably sent him maybe like 3 emails over 2 years. I wanted to start a little earlier, but ended up losing my job at the time. Thumper's Den is in Milwaukee, and I actually live in Madison, so I have to drive out there. So had to make sure money was right. So I probably emailed him maybe like 3 times over 2 years, and then on the third one, everything was perfect. I could gas wasn't as cheap as it is right now, so I could afford it. So finally made it out there, gave a class a try, knew I could do it, and it's the rest is history.
Like a duck to water. So it's 2 questions on that. You moved to Wisconsin 7 years ago. Where from?
I moved from Virginia, Northern Virginia, a little town called Woodbridge.
Wow, all the way up to Wisconsin. And then my second question is, we mentioned Mike Tyson. Have you seen the footage that they've been showing recently?
Oh yeah, he looks good. I don't want to take one of those.
No way. No way. And then
Still...
I heard on the radio today that somebody had reached out to Holyfield and asked if there'd be a Tyson Holyfield 3, and I gotta say, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
There's no way I wouldn't.
Yeah. Boxing, when they can make a big boxing fight, it still sells.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love it. It's just it's one of those, like UFC I love too, but UFC seems to have so many fighters. I know guys from the UK that can name every fighter in every weight class, and I'm I don't know.
I mean, you could say that it's UFC suffering from maybe the same problem that wrestling is right now, and that it's a lack of superstars.
Correct.
There's no more Chuck Liddells, no more, Tito Ortiz's, no more Anderson Silvas, just like there's no more Rocks, Austins, Michaels.
And you could say they're bringing back almost like wrestling. They bring back Cowboy Cerrone. They bring back a certain amount of people just to get to get the name recognition out there. So,
it's the same thing.
Now, wrestling 100 and some matches in 2 years. Have you yet to get into? And it's no disrespect to independent guys, but have you yet to share the ring with somebody you used to watch on TV?
Rhino.
Wow.
He's real. Him and Frank are cool, so Frank's brought him out a couple times. It was just a royal, but hey, I'll take it.
Take it. And he is. I've met him on a couple different occasions, and what a really super.
Yeah,
cool
he's
dude.
Of all the people that I've met, he might be my favorite. might be my favorite that I've met as far as like guys I watch on TV that I've gotten a chance to meet. Now that I'm in the business, he might be my favorite.
That's all. You know, when he practiced good hygiene before it was even cool.
Yeah,
He
before it
doesn't
was
do
the
the
thing to
handshake.
do.
He does the old
Nope.
rhino
Yep.
fist bump.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. He knew. He knew.
He did. And, you know, and after he first did that to me, I was like, that makes sense. I'm going to do that from now on, because why am I shaking hands with, I don't know where
Everybody's been,
dirty
yeah.
hands have been. So this question backfires on me a lot. So I'm going to try it anyway. We're a few weeks ago, we had the NFL draft. And I'm not sure, do you follow it? Are you a Redskins guy coming from Virginia?
Actually, so I'm originally from New York, moved to Virginia when I was younger. So I'm actually mostly a New York sports fan. I'm a Giants fan.
All right.
It's been rough.
Well, I tell you what, I got a really good friend out in New York who's a Giants fan, and I told him Blake Martinez and Kyler Fackrell, who you guys just picked up from the Packers, I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised by them, because I think they'll be great locker room leaders, and they will bring a lot to the team, I think. My question is this, Doc. If you were starting your own wrestling promotion today, and I said, hey, you've got the number 1 draft pick, you can pick one guy, past or present, does not have to be living and breathing right now. Who would be that one guy that you think you might build your promotion around, and why? It's a question that I don't want to answer, because there's a lot of names come to mind, but I get a lot of interesting answers on this.
I think I'm gonna go Eddie.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Eddie. If I gotta start a promotion and I need somebody who I know can do everything, no matter what I need, it's got to be Eddie.
It's got to be Eddie. That's an answer we have not had before. The first one that surprised me was that I wasn't thinking of right off the top of my head. Somebody picked Dusty Rhodes. I think the first or second time, because I said he can train, he can do this, he can do everything. You're in the ring with Rhino, so during a Rumble, we'll throw that out. But now you're young in this business, so 2 years in, and I imagine this list is long. But do you have a few people on that bucket list, Doc, that you're like, you know what, if I got a chance?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm a small guy, so you got to know that Ray tops that list. You know, right. Love to get in there with him. Yeah, the list is long.
The list is long.
The list is long. Rich Swann. You know, you know, if we're talking guys, like dream match, yeah, I'd love to wrestle Lesnar. I'd love to wrestle Okada. I'd love to wrestle all this. You know, these are, you know, the guys top of the world. I'd love to wrestle all these guys.
Now, do you
Wisconsin guys, you know, I haven't gotten to wrestle Joey Avalon. I haven't gotten to wrestle Mario. You know, these are all dream matches for me.
Right, and like I said, there is a lot of talent. Have you gotten in the ring with Jay Cash at all, or been on a show with him?
I haven't gotten to touch Jay Cash. That's another one.
You got any challenges out here for anybody in Wisconsin?
Hey,
lay it down.
Yo, y'all know. Ask about me. I'm one of the hardest hitting out here. You know how Thuppers Den trains us, so I'll step up to anybody, whoever wants it. I'm ready for the smoke.
Fantastic. While you're training, you get a chance to get in the ring with Frankie, or not so much?
Probably more so in my earlier days. I don't think we've touched in a while, but definitely, you know, locked up. So many things. We just coming off the promo battle. He really helped. I always go to him for you know, who I should be watching, or when he does cut promos every once in a while. No, I definitely pay attention to him. He's definitely helped on that side.
That's good. Teacher still helping the student. Couple last things now. Do you have for our fans? We're mainly in the United Kingdom. We go all over the world, but our home base is in Manchester. What would you say to any any of the people watching who maybe we haven't heard of Doc Simmons or some of these Wisconsin wrestlers, any words of advice getting them? Like you shared some match clips with us, and we'll definitely share them. But anything you want to say to a fan who maybe is like, I don't know who Doc Simmons is, I don't know what the Thumper's Den is, get them excited about watching.
No, I'm that Midwest style, though. I'm the small high flyer that you probably expect. I still train out of the Midwest, so I'm as hard hitting as the next one. You can ask anybody. I lay them in. Lay them in. You're gonna feel this. You're gonna feel this. So
Doc,
definitely check it out. Check it out.
I keep interrupting. I apologize. It's the connection.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Let's go.
What do you build at? What's the height and weight that Doc Simmons is billed at?
5'2", 120 pounds.
5'2".
Yep, 120
Okay,
pounds.
so we're talking some dynamite.
I'll still knock you out. Yeah.
That was no disrespect to the 5'2". I'm just saying.
No.
I had a couple fans reach out to me on a couple of these videos and go, listen, we don't know some of these guys. We wonder how big they are and what the size is. And you kept saying, hey, you got freaking big things coming in small packages, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, don't sleep on it. I put all 120 pounds in every shot. That's not comfortable.
That's fantastic. This quarantine stay-at-home period, what have you been doing to keep besides the promo tournament, to keep your mind in wrestling?
My job's designated essential. So I've still been going in and actually working. But since wrestling's been shut down and I don't have to travel as much, I've had a lot more time. So it's just been working out, recovery, working on the promos, studying tape, whatever I can do.
That's good. I imagine, and I don't know, but Frankie must encourage you guys to watch a lot of the older stuff, I would hope.
Oh yeah, definitely. He definitely never recommends much new stuff.
Okay.
Not much. But everything's cyclical. What's old is new. What's new is old. So it's good to go back and watch some of those, old matches. I get inspiration.
A lot of times I'll put in a match that's 20, 30 years old, and I'll actually see a move that I don't see anymore.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Why do we not use that? The latest thing, when was the last time, and let's not count indie wrestling because I'm sure somebody is using it, but the last time on television that I saw somebody use an atomic drop or an inverted atomic drop, it has been...
Why have I feel like I've seen atomic drops all over the internet lately, though?
Have you though?
But not like new ones. But it's like there's a Twitter page, Rick Rude taking atomic drops.
Wow.
That I feel like I see all the time. It's Ric Flair taking atomic drops. I feel like it's getting ready to come back just because I've seen it all over the internet recently, like within the last 3 days.
Okay. Well, good.
My feed has been flooded with old atomic drops.
You know who took the best atomic drop, who sold it so good? And I remember because when I was a kid, I hated him and I thought it was awesome. But the Honky Tonk Man selling that atomic drop after he got, right on his tailbone. So good. Well, I'm looking forward. Maybe you and I have started the resurgence of the atomic drop.
Hey,
that would be
everybody
fantastic.
Can feel that one.
Yeah, feels. So in closing here, I always and I know you gave me your socials, but for the fans, how can they follow Doc Simmons? How can they keep up with you?
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, ProWrestlingTees.com. It's all Doc Simmons 17, the number 17.
Okay, cool. That was my next question, was going to be, how do we order a Doc Simmons shirt? But you're ahead of the game, my friend.
Yep. Luckily made it all easy. It's all one thing. So
all right. So in closing, I'll let you have the last word, Doc Simmons. Is there anybody in the state of Wisconsin? Who did you lose to in the promo battle, by the way?
I lost to TW3. I think I'm like 0-3 against him at this point. So I just issued an open challenge at the next Brew City Wrestling show, June 20th in Waukesha, Springdale Road. Um, I'm talking to everybody out there, but I'm definitely not in that UT dub. If you want to step up, let's go. I'm trying to get a W.
There we go. All right, Doc Simmons, we thank you very much for joining Wrestling Travel for lockdown sessions. We wish you nothing but the best of luck. And June 20th, if we can have wrestling June 20th,
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
be there. I will be there. I will buy a ticket
Good,
and
good.
check
Yep.
it out. So thank you very much, Doc.
Thank you. Thank you.